Hey family, how you doing? It's Getty here from Not Finished Yet, coming with another video. So as a born-again Christian and a follower of Jesus Christ, I have a moral conviction and a desire of the soul to, to be sexually pure. To abstain from sexual immorality, like the Word of God says, to flee from sexual immorality, and the many warnings that the Bible gives about that. So I fight to abstain from sex outside of marriage and watching things like pornography and taking part in sexual immorality of all kinds. So part of my journey, my struggle with pornography started at a young age, like many others, when I was exposed to porn. Um, at a young age, I don't know exactly when, maybe like 12, 13 years old, when I found my dad's stash of porn magazines. And then as the internet exploded in my generation and we had a computer in the house, I soon evolved. I found myself evolving to videos, free porn videos on the internet. So that just spiraled out of control in my life for a long time, years and years of dealing with this stronghold, this root of pornography. And I think it was back in 2020 where I really got serious in fighting this thing, wanting it completely out of my life and struggling to just be porn free, you know. And between 2021 and 2022, I saw myself reach the highest streak that I've ever gone, which was over 6 months without pornography. And that was a monumental moment for me. It was a breakthrough for me, seeing that I could do this. I could go without pornography. Even though it was only 6 months, it was a big start for me. But after 6 months of that streak of no porn, I soon found myself going back to it. Unfortunately, I found myself going back to it, and I that started another wrestling match. And a recent streak that I had, this year was 2 months. I went another 2 months or so without porn, and it's just been kind of that wrestling, that wrestling of um, walking in purity and doing the things that are necessary, drawing closer to Jesus, being satisfied in Jesus, and taking the kind of steps and actions and all the tips and tricks to stay porn free. That's been going on in my life, where I've been battling. I've been coming at this thing hard. And even though I have my falls, I do see myself making progress. Now, one of the biggest things for me, which this video is about, is urges, dealing with urges, something called urges. But before I get into that, I just want to mention as well, there are many men out there. There are a significant number of men that have discovered the importance of holding their seed in, semen retention, it's called, and the kind of benefits that it gives you, like energy and focus and drive, and something called transmutation. So if you're new to this thing, look some of those benefits up. But I've noticed big differences and great changes when I just stay away from porn. But the major thing on my mind is I want to honor God. I want to be pleasing to God with my body and sexuality. And I just don't find it acceptable as a man of God to be giving over to pornography. Um, so yeah, it's something I want completely out of my life. I know that Jesus can set me free. I believe He will set me completely free. But I also believe I have to fight as a warrior to against these kind of demons, and do my part and walk in the narrow path. So when it comes to the urges, though, you know, that was a big issue for me because I get to a point of going without porn, going without masturbating or orgasming, and it would feel like this balloon was about to pop, and it was like, man, I gotta release, I just feel so built up. I feel so like pent up. It's like I just felt like that urge, that strong urge to just release, and that was a hard thing for me. Um, but what I realized was that as the urges will be there, the urges will come, but as you get stronger in going without porn, going without masturbation, going without orgasming, which they call PMO as a acronym. PMO stands for porn, masturbation, and orgasming. So we say no PMO, no PMO, no porn, no masturbating, no orgasming, because you want to retain that seed, you want to retain that semen, and when you release it, it takes away vitamins and nutrients in your body. It makes you feel low energy. It just puts you on this low vibrational scale. Um, you just kind of feel dirty. You feel that lack of drive. All the benefits of semen retention are, you know, dissipating from you when you do release. So that urge would come to me, and as I realized, as I go on this streak, as I get stronger, as the more that I go without watching porn, the more that I go without masturbating or orgasming, it gets easier over time to kind of resist those urges. And then, there's certain men that come to a point where the urges become less and less over time. So even when you have those urges that might pop up, the more that you resist them, as it even says, resist the devil and he will flee. Submit to God. When you submit yourself to God and you resist the devil, resist the porn, resist the orgasming, resist the masturbation, it will flee. It will flee from you. And over time, it will get easier to resist those urges. And soon you'll find yourself having less urges and you'll feel good about it. So I had to kind of remind myself and realize that um, when I was fighting these urges, because that was a big deal for me. The urges, it's like I have such a strong urge right now. I just like, is it the testosterone that's building up? Is it like is it my age? Where I'm in that like prime of I need to just like I need to have that sexual activity. I need to just get this out. I should be having sex. I should be. It's like no. It's. I don't need to be doing that as a man of God. So there has to be another way of dealing with the urges, and that's possible. And I've seen the proof of that being possible. And I know that there is help that comes from God. And like I said, the main thing that I had to remind myself of was as I get stronger in resisting, as I go longer time without masturbating, without watching porn, without orgasming, it will get easier for me to deal with the urges. It will get easier for you to deal with the urges. And like I said, again, just to reiterate, over time, we should start experiencing less urges. And even if that doesn't happen, even if it seems like the urges are coming on strong and they're not slowing down and you're still getting strong urges and you're still getting frequent urges, you keep battling. You keep fighting. because there will be a time of breakthrough. There will be a time where you reach a certain place um, where the battle is not so intense. I'm not going to say that the battle necessarily gets easier or the battle stops. The battle never stops, but we get more experienced. We get stronger, more resilient over time, and that does make the battle easier, in a sense, for us to fight, because as we become stronger warriors, we have more experience and vitality and the knowledge and wisdom to know how to fight. So over time, as we get stronger in fighting and we learn new skills and we learn new techniques in the fighting moves and the battle moves, um, it will be we'll become more skilled fighters. That's what I want to say. We'll become more skilled fighters in this battle, and we'll know how to take those urges on when they come. We'll know what to do as we get stronger, as we learn more, as we become more resilient. So keep battling, keep up the good fight. Don't give up. You may have some falls, but you'll also have some great breakthroughs. I believe that. So yeah, guys, that's just something I wanted to share about specifically urges and how I've experienced them in my life, but the good news and hope that's there also. So I love you guys. Keep battling. God bless.